Hello. Hey, here's Greg at 2 in the morning in Glendale, California. I hope you're well. Trying to center my face here. I don't know. Somehow I think it looks better centered. Hey, here's the new idea. Let's see. When a person opens things like doors, have you noticed that the way the door is set on its hinges, the door would swing out the best if you swung it straight out. In other words, you pulled the knob straight out on a horizontal plane. But the way we open a door, since we're taller than a door, we reach down and I think we pull it out, but we also pull up a little bit. And I would imagine it doesn't swing quite as nicely or neatly or freely or easy on the hinges. So what I've been playing with is trying to get the door to swing straight out on its hinges, and the way I can do that is to lower my body when I pull on the door. So when I open a fridge door, I'm thinking that the best way to open it for now, and I'm still playing with this idea, well, I'm getting down on my knees to open the fridge door, and right now I'm thinking the straightest pull straight outward is I'm actually grasping it down at the bottom of the door and swinging it outward. And the good, kind of a cool thing I've noticed about this is that when I'm in front of my fridge and I've opened the door down on my knees, I seem to view things better in the fridge, that I'm closer up to these things, and it's giving me new ideas. Well, what happened is that it caused me to clean out my fridge. I had some dried beans sitting in there for many months, and when I was standing up and opening the fridge door, somehow they didn't spring into my attention or consciousness. But when I opened the fridge door on my knees straight out, I was really noticing things more in the fridge and thinking about them and what can I do with them. So I definitely started eating those beans and kind of cleaned them up. I had some other old stuff that was still good enough to eat, so I ate it. And that's been really good. That makes me feel good to get the fridge cleaned out that way. So I'm recommending to you that when you open a fridge door, you try doing it this way, and see if you enjoy it, if it brings any new awareness. My fridge, has a freezer on top and a fridge below. I think there are side-by-side fridges as well. Like my mom's is that way, but I'm still finding that even with hers, I think the best pull straight out on that door is actually down at the bottom. So I'm either getting on my knees and pulling it, or I'm just bending over and pulling it open down at the bottom. And I think even with my mom's getting on my knees, it made for more awareness. Like, I don't know why, because it's like you're looking at things straight. You're on their level rather than looking at things from above, like standing up. Like when I was on that level, I noticed, well, there's a bag of lemon peels in her fridge that we put down her garbage disposal because it makes it smell good. And those can actually sit in there for months even though we intend to use them, they don't get used, and that's a shame. But when I saw them there, it reminded me, hey, use these peels. So I put a few in the sink, and the next time I run the garbage disposal, they'll go down and they'll make it smell good. And then it reminded me that she has a kit in there to whiten her teeth, so that then I reminded her, and maybe that'll help her use it. So you can do this with other doors too. When I close my front door and put my key in, if I stand up straight and I put my key in, the key's going in pretty straight, but there's probably a little tiny pull upward. But if I bend down and put the key in, it's going to go in a tad straighter. But it's kind of interesting, because when I've been bending down to put the key in, I don't go down to my knees on that one, because maybe I know it's outside and it's a little dirtier, and it's a brief unlocking, a brief locking, right? It's not like the fridge door where I might spend a minute or two looking at what's in there. But I've noticed that it's kind of cool when I go down to put the key in to try to put it in straighter. I've been actually looking in the keyhole. I hadn't realized it, but there's stuff to see inside the keyhole. I happen to have read about how a lock works, so I kind of know what I'm seeing. But since I had never gotten down at the level of the keyhole with my eyes previously, I had never realized that the stuff I'd read about, I can see a little bit of that looking into the keyhole. So that's groovy too. Then when you start playing with doors this way, and you can do the same thing with other things, like flushing a toilet. The best way might not be to flush it from above, like you're standing above it. The best way might be like to crouch and pull it down. It's kind of a feel thing. You want to feel where each of these things are going the straightest, and there's the least drag. When you're standing up above them and doing them, there's some drag there, an upward drag that you're pulling up because you're higher than the thing. So see if you here it's something to play with. It'd be nice if people found that it helped them not waste as much food, or if it led to more consciousness of things like what's inside a door lock.